Hey guys, Brighton here from Back on Track Fitness. Today I'm going to take you through a squat. So I'm going to be quite comprehensive here, but my aim is for you to understand exactly what you're probably doing wrong now and how to fix that long term for not only lifting more, but also keep it injury free. Okay, first I'm going to explain some of the common problems with squats and that you probably see walking around a gym that you're attending now. I'd say probably 9 to 9.5 out of 10 people are doing the squats wrong at the gym, and there are slight variations that can make them a lot more efficient lifter, and I'm going to go through them now. So firstly, I'm going to show you a high bar squat, but I'm also going to show you where the weight of the squat bar should be. So when you're doing a squat, the bar should be straight over the middle of your feet. So I'll get you to come around here. Okay, firstly a high bar squat, but I'll show you why this doesn't work, so you can just jump over the side. Okay, so a high bar squat does need a certain amount of flexibility. It can also be conducive to knee problems. So firstly, feet under me, breathe in. As I go down, we get to here. Okay, that's not too bad. Common problem with the high bar squat is that we lean forward and that weight goes through the bar. That's going to put pressure on my lower back and my neck. Okay, the second problem is with the high bar, if we're going down forward, we're going to lift our head and we're going to roll that bar back. What this does creates a back arch and can really, really hurt that lower back. So, how do we prevent that? Well, number one is I like setting in a low bar squat, so that means the bar is going to be further down my shoulders. In doing that, that's going to allow me to bend over and keep the bar over that midpoint, which is really important for my lower back. Number two, I'm going to break at the hips and keep a neutral head. Okay, break at the hips, keep a neutral head. If you keep a straight spine, that's going to be the most powerful position for your back to lift and the safest position. Number three, as I go down, as you can see, my toes are facing outwards. Okay, as I go down, my knees track over my toes. Okay, they don't necessarily go over, but they definitely track in line. What that does, it allows me to greater my range of motion. All right. Another thing to think about when you're squatting, your range of motion is obviously, has to do with your flexibility. So your flexibility is not as good as it could be. You may need to slightly alter your squat. As I go down, so breathe in, go down, I know that's about my range of motion. If I go any further, my hips start to sink under. That can be quite dangerous. Arching that lumbar spine can mean a lot of pressure through it, and eventually you could hurt yourself. All right, especially under a big load. Now, a good way to solve that is to get a friend to look at you, or even use a bench like the one here as a guide of how far down to go. All right, so if you're just starting off, I would suggest over here on the bench, I would suggest just going down, touching the bench and back up. That way you know you're not going to overextend yourself. Okay, so squatting, like most things, is all about routine. To get the best out of it, you should be doing the same thing over and over and over with small tweaks to improve your lift. I'm going to demonstrate how I squat and how I get the biggest lifts out of it. First of all, I know where my hands go, okay? My hands are about where a bench press is. I'm going to grab hold of that bar. I'm going to push my head under, and I'm going to get my shoulders into position. Feet are right underneath me. From here, tighten up my shoulders, squeeze my upper back together. One step back and follow it with the other foot. From here, turn my toes outwards, take a deep breath in and tense my core. Slowly down, break at the hips, head neutral, get to a position where I can't go anymore, and then squeeze up. Breathe in and up. Breathe in and up. And walk. So it's a very quick demonstration of the squat. It will get better as you get better, okay? If you do the same thing at 40 kilos, as 100 kilos, as 150 kilos, you'll notice your lifts do increase and your back pain, or any other pain for that matter, won't get worse with that. Now moving over here. So shoes are a big part that a lot of people overlook. Runners are for running. They're for high impact on hard surfaces. So your typical Asics, Brooks, they're really good for running. But the problem is when you're squatting, the stability is not great at all. I would suggest a flat sole shoe or even no shoe at all. A traditional squat shoe does have an actual raised arch. If you don't have $250 to go spend on one of these, just bare feet will do fine. Last of all, guys, make sure you have a qualified coach that knows what they're doing. If you can get a squat right, it's an extremely beneficial exercise that will see you improve your strength, muscle stability, and core stability. Bryden here, hope that helps.